welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in this video, I'm going to discuss a new chapter of NCERT textbook classics, chapter 5 called Measurement of Length and Motion. In this chapter, we are exploring the concepts of length, measurement techniques, and types of motions. So we can start our wonderful journey of science. Understanding measurement of length and motion. This chapter focuses on the fundamental concept of measuring length and motion, illustrated through the journey of Deepa, an linguistic 11-year-old girl from Haryana. Her experiences highlights various measurement methods, showcasing the importance of accuracy and standardization in our daily lives. From the beginning of the chapter itself, we can see a girl named Deepa and her daily activities highlighting her experiences focuses on the measurement methods and the importance of accuracy and the way of standardization of certain quantities. Now we can start the chapter Deepa's experience in measuring clothes. Shopkeeper uses metal measuring rod. So when Deepa and her mother visit a cloth shop to purchase a new uniform, the shopkeeper uses a metal measuring rod to measure the accuracy of the length of the material, which is specified to be 2 meters. Once the cloth is cut, the tailor takes Deepa's measurement using a flexible measuring tape for a precise fitting. So when she visits, Deepa and her mother visit a cloth shop, they are going to purchase a new uniform. So when the shopkeeper uses a metal measuring rod to measure the length of the cloth, and for measuring hair lengths, he uses a flexible measuring tape. So Deepa is telling about her experience. So tailor uses flexible measuring tape to ensure the new uniform fits well. The tailor measures Deepa uses a flexible measuring tape. This allows for adjustment to be made, such as increasing the length of the uniform by 4 angular, 4 fingers, as inspected by Deepa's mother. So the Deepa's mother said that we need to increase the length of the uniform, 4 fingers width. So she is instructing by using some sort of hand technique. Okay, measuring with body parts. So we can see that the in earlier line we can in earlier slide we can see that her mother has to measure her cloth length using hand span or hand length. Okay, so using handspans for measurement. Deva and her friends use their handspans to measure the length of their classroom table, demonstrating a fun, practical approach to measurement. So the little kids will use their handspan to measure the length of their table, class table. Personal variation in measurement. So in each student's handspan varies, which shows that personal measurements can differ slightly from one individual to another. So we can see that some people have short length for their hand, some have bigger lengths for their hand. So it will slightly differ from other person to one person to another. So this focuses on the need for standardized units. A standardized unit, it means that it is fixed and it is universally accepted and does not change from one person to another. Okay, so it is in a standardized unit. So this attitude leads to the importance of standardized unit of measurements, as relying solely on body parts can lead to inconsistency. Okay. So coming to the next topic, informal unit handspans. Deba demonstrated how the length of their classroom table can be measured in handspans, a unit based on the width of their hand. Each friend's measurement is different, showcasing the personal variability involved in each informal unit of measurement, which means it shows variation from one person to another because their hand sizes differ. Okay. Standardized unit measures meters and centimeters. In contrast, standardized units such as meters or centimeters provide a consistent method for measuring length. This unit ensure that everyone has a common understanding of distance, enabling accurate communication, and comparison for measurement across different contexts. So, if we are standardizing certain units like in meters and centimeters, everybody can understand what they are meaning. Okay, so certain standardized units are meters and centimeters. So this is some sort of ancient method that used for measurement and in their significance in Indian history. So this all focuses that new adaptation focuses on like standardizing units. That's all. We are not concentrating on this topics because it is not literally discussed in your chapter. So understand the standard units of measurement. The International System of Unit, SI, provides a consistent framework for measuring length across the globe. The primary unit of length in this system is the meter. So this question is literally asked from your for your examination. So the primary unit of length in the SI system or the International System of Unit is the meter, m, which is denoted as small m. Okay, which can be subdivided into smaller units such as centimeters and millimeters. So from meter, there are some subdivisions for that smaller unit. They are smaller unit. So that is centimeters and millimeters, facilitating accurate and precise measurement in various applications. So, best practices for accurate measurement, that is, use a right scale. Using the correct scale ensure accurate measurement. Different objects may require different types of measuring tools, such as a ruler or small objects, or a fixing measuring tape for larger or irregularly shaped items. Okay, so we need to use a correct measured scale. So, correct positioning of the scale. Positioning the scale correctly is crucial for accurate reading. The scale should be aligned with the object being measured and placed in contact with its length, which means that the current positioning of the scale is very important. We need to place this scale in an accurate position in contrast with the object. Okay, that's all. No big deal, guys. So, measuring with broken scales. When scales are broken and so unclear marking, one can still measure accurately by using a known mark on the scale and subtracting the marking of that mark from the reading at the other end. So we can see that some of the people, some of the students have broken scales at the end of the scale, maybe 15 centimeter being erased or we cannot see correctly. So people will assume, some of the student will assume that, oh, this is 1 centimeter, so this will be 15 centimeter. So this method is also helpful for marking the reading at the end. So techniques for measuring curved lengths. Now we are discussing about measuring a curved surface or curved length. So flexible measuring So, flexible measuring length. Flexible measuring tapes are ideal for following the contours of curved shape, making the perfect for tailoring and like we are using flexible measuring tapes in the in the beginning of the chapter itself. Deepa's mother goes to the tailor shop. The tailor uses a flexible measuring tape. This is also used for measuring our cloth, etc. Thread as a tool. So thread. We are using a thread is a practical alternative for measuring curves, allowing one to mark and then measure the straight length of the thread. Okay, while if we are trying to measure a curved object, we are using a thread and we try to wrap it around the curved surface. Now the curved thread, now the measurement of the curved object is measured using a thread. Then the thread is taken and this thread is directly attached to a scale. Then we can find the length of the scale. Okay. Importance of accurate measurement. Accurate measurement of curved lengths are essential for various fields, including tailoring, construction, and design. Okay. So, coming to the next topic, now we are understanding position and reference point. Position is determined by the distance related to a reference point. Deba and her friends illustrate this concept through their discussion about the varied distance from their home to both their school and nearby garden, highlighting how this distance depend on their individual location. So, if we are determining a object's position, it is determined by the distance related to a reference point. So, we are taking a reference point. Now, in this discussion in Deba and her friends, we can see that they are taking their school as the reference point. So, they are measuring the position of their distance from their home to the school. So, school is the reference point. So each one of their homes are different in different region. So the permanent one is the school. So they are taking the school as the reference point. and also the nearby garden. Okay, so importance of reference point is marked from this experiment, from this thing. So coming to the next topic, we are discussing two major motion. So one is linear motion and other is circular motion. Linear motion occurs when an object moves along a straight path. When an object moves along a straight path, it is called linear motions. So those examples are very familiar with you guys. Can you name some in the comment sections, or the circular motions in your comment section? So there are some important topics that I skipped earlier. So we can start with the important topic of understanding length conversions. So this topic can be asked in your exams. Okay. So kilometers. So understanding the length of understanding length conversions. So kilometers to meters. The conversion between kilometers and meters highlights that 1 kilometer is equal to 1,000 meter. So we studied that the SI unit of length is meters. So there are meter. So shorter measurement units are centimeters and millimeters, and there is a higher version of measuring the length, that is kilometers. So we are collecting a relation between kilometers and meters, meters and centimeters to millimeter. First, we can start with the kilometer and meter relationship. That is, 1 kilometer is equal to 100,000 meter, which is essential for understanding large distance. So we can see that in here, this place, the Great Oceanary, Colactogway, this Melbourne, these cities have measured their distance in kilometers, not in meters or centimeters. For the convenience, we are using kilometer. Meters to centimeter, understanding that 1 meter is 100 centimeter, for that is crucial for tasks that require precision in smaller measurements such as in science experiment or daily activities. 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeters. Okay, then we can study the centimeters to millimeters. Recognizing that 1 centimeter equal to 10 millimeter aids in finer measurements such as necessary in crafts, engineering, and detailed work. Okay, so this will denote the single minute variations in distance in measurement. Okay, understand the reference point, that we already discussed that reference point is essential for identifying an object's position in relation to its surrounding. So in the earlier topic we studied that Deba is taking her school as the reference point from the distance from their home to the school and the nearby garden. So in this from that we can say that reference point is essential for identifying an object's position in relation to its surrounding. It is a fixed location that helps you analyze movement and change in position over time. So the school is a fixed position, but their houses are at different places. So the students are trying to compute the distance from their houses to their school. So they are taking a fixed location as school. It is a fixed location that helps to analyze movement and change in position over time, making it crucial for measuring motion accurately. So coming to the topic, linear motion. Linear motion is straight motion. That is, common examples include car traveling on a straight road or a train moving along tracks. So a circular motion, that is an object that moves along a curved path, that is maintaining a constant distance from a center point. It will maintain a constant distance from a center point. That is, and a car driving around a roundabout or a planet orbiting the sun. Those are the examples. We can classify the motion types. That is, one is linear motion, that we already discussed, that an object moves along a straight line is called maintaining a constant direction is called linear motion. Circular motion is that object moves along a circular path continuously changing direction while maintaining constant distance from a fixed path. The direction will change in circular motion, but in linear motion the direction is not changed, it is constant. But in circular motion the direction changes, but a fixed path is constant, maintaining a constant distance from a fixed path. While in oscillatory motion, an object moves back and forth around a fixed position like a pendulum or a swing. For example of oscillatory motion is that when we are swinging, or a pendulum in a clock, that is in a to and fro motion. That's it. So linear motion, circular motion, and oscillatory motion. Note it down, friends. Okay. So distance measurement. Measurement is essential for determining distance in travel, such as knowing the distance between cities to plan trips effectively, like example Delhi and Lucknow. Height measurement for measuring our height for sports fitness assessment and health monitoring. We need and accurate record for growth and performance. We need height measurement. For length measurement, that is for constructing and crafting alloys as for precise cuts and fittings, which are essential for structural integrity and design accuracy. So exercises and observations. Matching lengths and units. Match various length with their suitable units such as distance between cities to kilometer or the thickness of a coin to millimeters. For measuring the thickness of a coin we use millimeters while measuring the distance between cities we use as kilometer. So we will measure that is evaluate statement regarding motion and measurement by identifying like true or false question may be asked from this chapter. Practical measurement activities. Measure everyday objects such as height of a friend using different units like meters, centimeters, and practice this in your daily life. Okay. So the importance of measurement in understanding motion is that it enables accurate description of how objects move and interact, facilitating advancement in technology and engineering. So understanding units like the meter and the conversion between various lengths enhances practical problem solving skills. So this chapter concludes. I hope you guys are already understand what have I said. So we have a quick recap that is like we have studied about what is an SI unit of length, like different type of motions that is linear motion, circular motion, and oscillatory motion. So what is motion? An object is in motion if its position changes over time. So linear motion can be also known as rectilinear motion. So there are certain tools, and for why do we measure cloth? Why do you measure length? For importance, the importance in the daily life of measuring a length, and all these things are studied in this chapter. So I think you hope you all guys understood this chapter. If you guys have any doubt, you can comment it on the comment section. I'm winding up this section. Hope you all understand. Thank you for your concern and thank you for your time. Hope you guys all understood this well.